I'm Jamon Jordan, official historian for the city of Detroit. And this is Black History Month. I want to welcome you to some wonderful programming called Undefeated, a look at Black history in the city of Detroit through the lens of dance, music, architecture, spoken word, and other genres. Available on Channel 22 and at DetroitArtsandCulture.com. Please enjoy.
Second Baptist Church is the oldest black church in the state of Michigan. It was founded in 1836 by 13 black people. These black people are leaders in the abolitionist movement, so they will establish this church not only as a faith center, although it will definitely be that, it'll also be a freedom center. For African Americans in the 1800s, faith and freedom go hand in hand. If you're talking about worshiping God and doing that which is right, for African Americans, that means helping people escape from slavery. So faith and freedom go hand in hand. The churches are major sites in the Underground Railroad. And Second Baptist Church will be the headquarters of the Underground Railroad from the 1830s when it is founded all the way into the Civil War. The church will also be the first school for African Americans in the city of Detroit, because African Americans realize, black people realize, that faith and freedom demand education. If you are practicing your faith, if you are a believer in freedom, then you must be a proponent, a supporter of education. And so the first school for African Americans is inside a Second Baptist Church. And so it is a school, it is a faith center, it is a freedom center, it is a civil rights center. The founders of Second Baptist Church, many of them were part of the uprising to free Thornton and Lucy Blackburn in 1833. This black man and black woman who escaped from slavery in Kentucky came to the city of Detroit, were captured by bounty hunters and the sheriff, and an uprising will free them. And this uprising will cause the death of the sheriff. Lucy Blackburn will be whisked away after a visit from Caroline French, one of the founders of Second Baptist Church, who goes into the jail cell with her to visit her and switches clothes with her inside of the jail cell. And so this daring escape by these African Americans will prompt them to stand up against the segregationist policies of First Baptist Church, which was the white church at that time. And because First Baptist Church refuses to change its segregation policies, this group of African Americans founds their own church, Second Baptist Church. Out of this church, 30 other churches will be founded out of this church, 2 of which are in Canada. And the founders of this church will go on to be civil rights leaders. They will be the people who will work in many cases to help African Americans leave the South and come to the city of Detroit during the Great Migration and find jobs, particularly at Ford Motor Company. And this church will be the largest donor to the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955 and 1956. Martin Luther King Jr. will speak at this church a number of times. He visited the church when he was a teenager at 16 years old in 1945. But then as an adult, he will speak at this church a number of times. So Second Baptist Church is really the foundational religious center for African Americans in the state of Michigan, and particularly in the city of Detroit. And now it sits in what is known as Greektown. But at one point, before Greek immigrants began arriving in the 1890s, that part of Greektown was part of a larger neighborhood known as Black Bottom, the Lower East Side of the city of Detroit. The Second Baptist Church is the oldest institution in what is now Greektown, but was a portion of Black Bottom.